So you are a small business owner who's interested in becoming a government contractor, and you keep hearing check SAM.gov, but you have no idea what to do once you get there. Well, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to find real funding opportunities that are suitable for your business on SAM.gov. So, to start the process of searching on SAM.gov, you'll need to navigate to that page, SAM.gov. And by the way, SAM means System for Award Management. It's an official website of the US government. You should look for that designation on the site to ensure that you have gone to the right place. And you want to sign in when you are searching, because when you sign in, it opens additional options for you in the search process. For instance, you'll be able to save your search. You'll be able to add yourself to an interested vendors list if the funder has made that available. You can't do those things if you are not signed in. You can search, but you don't have access to some additional features. So I recommend that you sign in. So once you're signed in, you will click on search, and that will open another page which looks like this. There are a variety of domains by which you can search. And since you're looking for funding opportunities, you will want to focus on contracting. So click on contracting and then contract opportunities. When you click on those two, it refines all the filtering fields on the left of the page. Okay, and I'm going to walk you through all of those filters because that will help you to refine your search and increase the likelihood that the results that you're getting are more aligned to what you're looking for. So on the left side of the page, and I recommend that you search on a computer or a tablet instead of a phone, because it gives you more room to see the results and makes things more clear. So on the left side of the page, you will see that there is, you can search by keyword, by an exact phrase, all words, any words, and you would just type the keyword in the box. I'm going to come back to that when I walk you through an actual search. You can refine your search by organization, the actual federal entity that is providing the funding. So if you know that there is funding existing within a specific agency that you're interested in, you could refine the search by that means as well. You can refine the search by the dates that the funding application will be due. So you can you can select a year out, within 3 months, within a week. So whatever it is that if you're looking for funding that your application will be due in a specific time frame, you can refine it by that. You can also refine your search by the time frame within which the funding opportunity, the solicitation notice, was refined. So you can do that as well. You can refine your search by notice type. And this is one of the boxes that you will always use. And when you're looking for funding opportunities, those are called solicitations. So you will look for the options that say solicitation. And I generally select combined synopsis solicitation because it provides a brief overview of the funding information before going into the entire packet. So it gives me information to be able to discern whether this opportunity is in alignment with what I'm looking for before I have to go through and deconstruct all the full packet. So generally speaking, this is the option that I select when I'm searching for funding opportunities. We'll be coming back to that and selecting that in a moment. But you can also refine your search using NAICS codes. And if you don't know what the NAICS codes are for your business, you will need to know that to be able to apply for funding. And I have another video that you can check out and then come back to this one once you know your NAICS codes. So the NAICS codes are required for you to apply for federal funding. So you can, if you know your NAICS codes, you can search by the NAICS codes, or if you want to scroll through and look for the specific categories that you feel your business falls in, you can do that as a preliminary search. But just know that you cannot apply for funding if a specific NAICS code that is attached to that funding is not attached to your SAM registration. So I hope that's clear. You can also search by what's called a product and service code, and I will show you in a little bit how you can start the process of identifying those PSC codes for your work. You can search by set aside status, meaning funding that has been specifically set aside or for different types of business entities. So you can search for set asides for small businesses. You can search for funding that has been set aside for certain SBA certified businesses, such as women-owned small businesses, or service disabled veteran-owned small businesses. For instance, you can search for funding for those who are hub certified. And so to do that, you would just click the drop down and then select by any of the different options that are indicated in the set aside status box that you are qualified for. Okay. You can also search by place of performance. If you know that you are only interested in funding opportunities that are in a specific state or a specific zip code, you can refine your search by that as well. And as well as you can look for funding that's in other countries. The United States government has business in many different countries across the world. And so sometimes you can find funding opportunities in other regions outside of the United States. And you can also search by active status and inactive status. All the funding that you would be able to apply for now would be listed as active. And there are also funding opportunities that may have been archived that are listed as inactive. The reason why you would also be interested in inactive solicitation notices is because you can use that for market research. You can use it to learn about how the government communicates about work for which you are qualified. And so I use market research to look retrospectively on the funding patterns of different federal agencies that I'm interested in doing work with. All right. So let's go back to the top and walk through an actual search now that you understand what all these fields mean. And let's look for a search topic. Let's use a keyword that we all have a sense of what it is. So let's search for janitorial contracts. So you would enter janitorial and just click enter, and you see that there are 315 results. But we want to refine by some other categories to make sure that we're honing in on the things that we're actually looking for. So we're going to scroll down and go back to notice type, and then click on combined synopsis solicitation for the reasons that I previously stated. And you will see that that has reduced the search results from over 300 to 93. If you want to limit the search results further, you can do that by looking for a search for funding opportunities due within certain timeframes, etc., or all of the other options that I indicated previously. But for now, we're just going to scroll through and look for any funding opportunity that sounds like it might be of interest. Let's just look for for one of these opportunities. So let us just click for example on Smith River Janitorial. And we see that the offers, meaning your funding application would be required to be submitted for this one by February 16th. That's what the date offers do mean. And you will continue to scroll down to make sense of this funding packet, and you'll see that this is a total small business set aside. So you have to be a small business to be eligible to apply. You'll see that it reflects the NAICS codes for janitorial services. So as I indicated previously, you would have to be sure that for you to apply for this funding opportunity, you would have to have 561720 listed as a NAICS code in your SAM.gov registration, okay? And the other thing that I wanted to point out, remember I mentioned the PSC codes. One of the ways that you can start identifying product service codes that are related to the work that you do is in the funding packet. So you see that S201 is housekeeping and custodial janitorial services. So if that's something that you do, you want to make note of that product service code, because you can use that at a later point in time to refine your search. You can search by that code because you know that a specific federal entity uses that code to categorize the work that you do. And so you would continue to scroll down and you will see that these are the links that you would need to download, because these include the application packets. It includes the information on the scope of work that you'll have to complete as if you are awarded this contract. And so you would click on and download, or you can click this button to download all, or you can click on any one of these one by one to understand the terms and conditions and all the other factors related with this contract. I'm going to click on the Smith River Janitorial scope of work, just to show you an example of what is included in the packets. This a statement of work is describing what it is that you would be required to do. So having an understanding of this statement of work and knowing that you have the core competence within your organization to do the work, you have the capability to do the work and do it well, would be important. And so reading through the statement of work would help you get an understanding of what the contract requires. And so this is how you find funding opportunities on SAM.gov. I wanted to show you one other thing. So I'm going to go back to the Smith River janitorial posting and then scroll down beyond the list. You will sometimes see interested vendors list, and you can click add entity and add your business to that interested vendors list. So to make the government aware that you are interested in this specific contract opportunity. Sometimes they reach out to the interested vendors. Many times they get the list to have an idea of how many applicants there will be so that they can prepare in advance for that. And so to add your entity, you would click on that, and then you would add you would click on your name, and then add yourself as a vendor. If I clicked on this one, I would then be able to add myself to the list. I won't do that as I'm not interested in that particular opportunity. But just using it as an example to show you can do that. And the final thing that I will show you today is actually I'll show you two other things to make note of. I'm going to copy this NAICS code to show you how you could use the NAICS code to do the search. And then I will show you how to save your search so that you can come back to it. So we're going to go back out and then we can click the back button and then come back to the screen where we originally were. And then how you would search by NAICS code, since you have the NAICS code, would be to click on the product or service information, and then you would put your NAICS code there, which would you would bring up janitorial services, and then you would see that it brings up the list. Interestingly enough, it brought up some fewer results than your keyword search. So that's why I recommend using both, using different types of search processes, because the government is made up of people, and some people who are posting different opportunities might categorize it in one way versus the other. So knowing how to search in multiple ways will reduce the likelihood of you missing an opportunity. So, all right. And you can see that Smith River Janitorial is there, whether you search by the keyword or the NAICS code. So if you remove the keyword and you had the NAICS code, you would still see that Smith River Janitorial is reflected. That's the example that I provided. So now let's say that you want to save this search so that you can come back to it at another point in time. And you will see that you can click on actions, the 3 buttons to the right, and then just click save. And you would have to give it a name so that you'll remember what it is. And so I'll just put janitorial search and then save. And so the next time I log in and I want to go back to find all the items that I found in this saved search, I would just click on saved searches, and it shows me all the different searches that I've saved over time. So you'll see right here is janitorial, and when you click on that, it brings up all the contract opportunities that you just identified. Okay, so I hope that you find this helpful, and let me know in the comments what questions you have, what areas you need a little bit more clarity, and I'll be happy to circle back and do another video response. I'm Dr. Loren Josephs. I've been a government contractor for 18 years, and I really aim to support small businesses in learning how to navigate this space that can have a meaningful and positive impact on their businesses. Take care.